Today we are gonna have a fun vlog. If you notice, I am wearing scrubs. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride. But Joey made this name tag. I literally just said, hey, can you write a name tag that says Dr. Morse, grammar specialist? And this is what he did. I mean, is he extra or what? So today we are gonna do a little small room transformation. Honestly, I'm not really doing a whole lot except giving the kids clipboards, gloves, and masks, which is perfect, right?
The best thing about my school is they do lunch after readings.
They do?
Instead of after that.
Baby, you're worth the
Anyways, and so we are on the grammar standard of sentence structure and subjects and predicates and conjunctions. So Kelly and I decided to do a grammar hospital. And so we are dressed in our doctor's attire. Mine says grammar specialist, hers says sentence surgeon. Aren't we just so punny? So today's gonna be a really fun vlog. I will share the resource with you and what we did, and it's gonna be so easy. I'm all about easy, but all about like bringing the engagement, especially with grammar. So let's do this, yes. Okay, I am going to our PLC real quick, but I did find a stethoscope. My school nurse let me borrow it, and I found a little ID badge that I can clip because it's more official, you know. But I will, after the PLC meeting or after school, I'll fill you in on the fun activity that we're doing. I'm gonna eat breakfast, rice cake, and this a little bit of cream cheese is the brown sugar cinnamon. So good. All right, I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Just came back from surgery and it was a doozy. Okay, so scrubs. Where have you been all my life? They are very comfortable. I even wore the long sleeve. I legit on Pinterest this morning at like 4 in the morning looked up how to dress like a doctor. I mean, I don't have like a white coat or anything, but I saw that doctors and nurses wear like these long sleeves, and I get cold, so I was like, I don't really have long sleeves that are tight like this. So I took one out of Isaiah's closet and I pulled my hair back, which, I mean, I wear this anyways. Didn't wear lots of jewelry because I know they don't do that. And then my name tag, which kind of got messed up, that Joey made, a little water got on it, so it says grammar speech. It's supposed to say grammar specialist. And then my friend Kelly, hers is sentence surgeon, which she came up with that, and I thought that was cute. So Joey made us these, and I asked our office clerks if they had like the ID badges with the little thing, because that's what they wear. So I definitely felt like I had the part. So anyways, I got this. Sorry, I keep taking a bite. That's so rude. Hold on. I got this resource from Joey Udovich, which I've used her planners before, and some other resources, and she's wonderful. So I'll link her store below. It is called Grammar Hospital Fragment and Run-On Handbook. And so this is actually a digital resource. I'm using the digital resource for my friends that are at home, my students that are at home, and they have to get on Google Classroom. The only reason I didn't use this as a digital resource is because about 40 of our kids have not received their computers yet. And so I just printed it out And when it says like drag an S for subject, I just have them write it, and it worked out fine. So it goes through and it has actually slides for the teachers, and it walks through what is a subject, what is a predicate. All right, let's practice. It is phenomenal. And this is a standard in our wonders for the week. And so even though we could have done like a practice page from our workbook, I always like to, put my own spin on it and really make it engaging and fun, where I'm still following the Wonders curriculum and still following the pacing guide, but also bringing in fun like transformations and imagination and just getting them involved, which they really like. So you kind of go through the slides with the students, and she has made a pre-test and a post-test, which we decided not to do because we're actually going to assess them on a different standard this week. We'll assess them later on with grammar because we need a little bit more practice. But this resource has a pre and post test, so that's awesome. And it's all digital. It can self-grade. So they go through complete and healthy sentences. They write down the definition, they write down a complete sentence, highlight the subject, highlight the predicate, and then they have these little patients that they have to read and figure out, is the subject missing or the predicate missing? We had a lot of questions with that because I really feel like they get subject, but they really struggle with the predicate. And sometimes they struggle with the subject too. So I always say, like, the subject is, what is the sentence about? Like, what noun does it center around? It doesn't always have to be a person. It can be a thing or a place or whatever. And then the predicate is, what is the subject doing? What is the action behind the subject? And we do a lot of examples with that. And then we move on to sentence fragments. So they write down what a sentence fragment is, and then they read the example and then figure out what is missing. And then same thing down here. What is missing? Subject or predicate? Because we talk about how a fragment is a part of a sentence. And I used a puzzle as an example because I have like 7 puzzles for my early finishers cart, and I just pull a puzzle out and I show them all the pieces, and I said, if I just have one piece, is my puzzle complete? And they're like, no. And of course I had a couple kids are like, yes. And I'm like, dude. And I said, well, that's kind of like a fragment sentence. It's not a complete sentence. It needs, either the subject or you're missing the predicate. Like, you have to have the pieces together to make a whole thought, a whole complete thought, a whole sentence. Then we move on to run-on sentences, which I told them, because I did kind of like a fun little writing thing a couple weeks ago, like the first week of school, just to see the writing. And it was like, write a narrative about the year 3000. I said it has to be a full page, and I'm not joking, like over half of them, it was like 2 sentences for a whole page. So I told them that. I said, I see so many run-on sentences, and that's okay. We're still learning, and commas and conjunctions, and like, we're still gonna dive into that. Today we only really had a taste of conjunctions and commas. We practiced a little bit with that. The sentence guide is what they use when they go and see their patients, and I'll show you that in a second. But it did, on the slides, kind of go through what is a fanboy, and then what what are ways we can fix a run-on sentence, punctuation or conjunction. And then that's all the slides had. They had really good practice slides, excellent resource. And then I made this patient chart, and they all got one with a clipboard, and it was simple. I made it on TPT, and they went around the room, and they had these patient rooms. And this is part of Joey's resource that's linked below. And each room has a different patient. And like this one says, add capital letters and punctuation to this run-on. And so they were able to use punctuation or comma or whatever it is to fix the run-on. And what they would do, instead of writing on there, honestly, that's actually a part of the handbook that was the digital resource, but I didn't use the digital resource. I printed it out And I made these kind of stations around the room. So they had this chart, and so that was patient 1, and so they would go to patient 1 and then write out the complete sentence with the corrections. And then it says doctor, so they put their name. There was 9 patients, so on the back, there's patient 6 through 9, and then they had to sign it, and then their chief physician, which was me, or Kelly, would have to sign it, and they turned it in. The other cool thing that you can add, especially with everybody's protocols, I gave them the doctor's masks, the hospital non-latex gloves, and so they got to use those and wear the doctor's masks for their patient sessions, and so they really enjoyed it. I definitely think it's a 2-day long thing because my last class we didn't even get to see our patients yet, but we had some really good discussion, and I really zoned in on subject and predicate with that class, so we didn't really get to the patients yet, so we will do that tomorrow. So I think it would be like a 2-day thing, and you can add to it or omit some things, but I really enjoyed this resource. It wasn't just cute. It was cute and rich with grammar that they need to know, knowledge that they need to know about grammars, and practice, and more practice, and that's what they need. So the math one I'm trying to make. So I texted my friends on Sunday and I said, would it be weird? I'm already wearing scrubs on Tuesday. Can we do like a fun little math thing because we're learning multi-digit multiplication? What the heck is this? Multi-digit multiplication. And so we decided, look at those sweaty armpits. It is a hot one today. You nurses and doctors, this is not breathable. I did put like another shirt under it. Anyway, the math one. We are doing multi-digit multiplication right now. It's coming back to me. The brain is flowing right now. I decided instead of a hospital, do something a little bit different, but still in the medical field. No, I'm not gonna wear scrubs tomorrow again because I only have this pair. We decided to have our patients as animals. So we're gonna be veterinarians, and they have an animal for their patient, and there is a multiplication problem that goes with the animal, and in order to serve your animal, fix your animal, you have to diagnose and identify the problem of the rewind. Okay, so for math class, I decided to make something. I know I'm crazy, but a lot of the times the ideas just spark like the night before. I don't know if you're the same way, but today is a Tuesday, and so we were planning on doing it today in math, but we had to do our benchmark testing, which is completely fine. It actually worked out because I wasn't done creating it yet. So I'm using a multiplication error analysis resource from TPT, and it's by Teaching with a Mountain View, and we are working on multi-digit multiplication in math. And so Lisa and Trista decided that it would be good to use a resource that would help them pick out the error and fix it, and that is it's such a depth of knowledge for them to figure out the problem and then identify the problem and what did the student do wrong and then fix it. So we're putting a veterinarian clinic twist on it, just to do something fun like we did in ELA today. And so I'll kind of show you what I'm doing because I gotta leave soon and I gotta print these out so we can do it tomorrow. So I'm gonna turn you around. Okay, so this is the resource that I got on TPT. Like I said, it's Teaching with a Mountain View, and it is error analysis. Why isn't my touch screen working? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So in her original resource, they have a problem, they identify and explain the error, rework the problem, and share strategies. So I took this, and this is totally her idea, so I'm going to give her all of the credit. I'll link her TPT store and her blog underneath in the comments below. So obviously I'm not done yet. So this is what it's going to be called. We're going to have a veterinary clinic. So as they come in, I'm just going to get on YouTube and look up clinic ambiance. Today I did hospital ambiance, and it is the simplest thing. You just go to YouTube, and usually there's like a background with noises, and it just kind of sets the mood when you don't have to buy all of the props and stuff. So we're gonna diagnose and cure the problem. So they have a little patient, little animal, and so this one says, poor Xander has a stuffy nose. Fix the error to the problem below to retrieve his medicine. So they're going to look at this problem and see what mistakes or errors that they see. And so on their sheet with their little clipboard, they are going to, so this will be their sheet right here. They're going to diagnose and explain the sickness or ailment, and then they are going to rework the problem here. And they're going to do that with all of their patients. And these, just like the sentence ones, will kind of be posted all around the room. Okay, so I am heading out. I will keep you updated with the math resource. Again, it was inspired by Teaching with a Mountain View, and I just added a veterinarian twist to it just to make it more, engaging, especially with the medical theme. And then the ELA sentence structure hospital, their grammar hospital, was from Joy. I am so sorry. I don't know why I do this every time. Joey Udovich, and I will link everything below because credit is to all of them. So I was just posting a couple things in Google Classroom and then just checking out. And thanks for coming along. It was a really fun day. And I hope that this inspired you to make something a little bit more engaging and fun. Especially if you teach grammar, it just kind of like spices it up a little bit. So subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. I would love for you to join the Messy Bun Fam and hit that notification bell because we post weekly videos, and so that way you can be reminded on when a new video is coming out, and life can be messy. But there's always joy to be found. Love you guys. Bye. As an Amazon affiliate and an affiliate of other companies, my videos and content may contain affiliate references and links. If you buy something through one of these links, you don't pay extra, but I will get a small commission. Thank you.